Hey, history buffs! Have you ever wondered why the true origins of Mary Magdalene have been a topic of such heated debate? Well, today I'm diving into a fascinating theory that suggests her African roots were deliberately covered up. Yep, you heard that right. Let's unravel this mystery together. First, let's set the scene. Mary Magdalene is one of the most enigmatic and important figures in early Christianity. Often depicted as a repentant sinner, she was actually much more than that. She was a key disciple of Jesus and, according to some texts, possibly his closest confidant. But why would anyone want to obscure her African heritage? To understand this, we need to go back to the historical and social context of the early church. The early Christian church was trying to establish itself within the Roman Empire, which had its own set of racial and cultural hierarchies. The Romans had a complex relationship with Africa and Africans. On one hand, Africa was a source of great wealth and knowledge. On the other, Africans were often marginalized and subjected to slavery. So, the idea of a prominent African woman being central to the Jesus narrative? That didn't align with the image the early church wanted to project. By the time Christianity became the state religion of the Roman Empire, the portrayal of its key figures had already been somewhat Romanized. This meant that they were depicted in ways that aligned with Roman ideals and aesthetics. Think about it, all those iconic images of a fair-skinned, European-looking Jesus and his disciples. This wasn't just an artistic choice. It was a deliberate move to make Christianity more palatable to the Roman populace, but there's more. Ancient texts and Gnostic Gospels, like the Gospel of Mary, hint at Mary Magdalene's significant role, and even challenge the traditional narrative. Some scholars argue that these texts were suppressed or labeled heretical because they presented a version of Mary that was too powerful, too influential, and perhaps too African for the church's comfort. So, what evidence supports Mary Magdalene's African roots? While it's mostly speculative, there are some intriguing clues. Early Christian art from regions like Egypt and Ethiopia often depicted biblical figures with African features. Additionally, some historical records and interpretations of early manuscripts suggest that Mary could have hailed from regions in North Africa. In the end, the real mystery might be why this part of her story has been so obscured. Was it a case of historical whitewashing to fit the dominant narrative? Or was it simply lost in the sands of time? Either way, it's a fascinating aspect of history that deserves more exploration. So, history buffs, what do you think? Could Mary Magdalene have been of African descent? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing historical content. Until next time, keep questioning the past.